Do you have a dirty little secret? Welcome to the club.
And you're all invited.
The first rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club is tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
We're handing out memberships, free of charge.
Step up to the VIP line and let Dana and Brimstone take you on a weekly ride of secrets and debauchery.
Now buckle up, Buttercup, because things are about to get heated on the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Dirty Little Secrets Club. I'm Dana Pereira.
And this is Brimstone.
Brim, have you been eyeing the Olympics like I have over the last week?
Yeah, you know what? We weren't okay. I never really am into the Olympics. I'll watch things here and there, more the Winter Olympics, because we like the thing, whatever. What do you call it? You know what I'm talking about? So, yeah, the curling. That's fun. But what do you call it? When we were out with you, in San Diego, what do you call it? We literally started watching a little bit more with you, and then when we got home, it wound up being up on the TV a bit. So I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm stuck watching it, and I've been watching it, and the boxing has been very interesting because it was that Imaine Khalif, I think I'm pronouncing it properly. She had that fight against, I believe it was Angela Carini. And
is this the one where the world lost their goddamn?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Let me take that back. Not the world. The world did not lose their goddamn minds. Americans lost their goddamn minds.
Right. But, the fact of the matter is that people either
they were saying that she was trans.
Yes, they were saying she was trans. They're saying that she was born a man. They were saying that this, that, and the next thing. The fact of the matter is that she is a woman. She was born a woman.
Biologically a woman.
Biologically a woman. She has a medical condition that gives her more, I believe it's more
testosterone,
which
affects many women, by the way.
Of course.
Side note.
And the fact that people don't do their research, they automatically jump on things. It's just a disgusting thing. And this woman, she hit Angela Carini a couple times. Angela Carini said, I've never been hit that hard, and that was it, and she gave up. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's an injustice, blah blah blah. First of all, the fact of the matter is a lot of people saying, oh, if that was your wife or daughter, would you let them in the ring with her? No, I wouldn't let them in the ring with her because they're not boxers. If they were boxers,
Olympic boxers.
Right. If they were Olympic boxers, I'd say, sure, go ahead, because it is not unfair and unjust. It's a woman. Khalif had lost to about 3 or 4 other females in the past. So, this is just the internet showing how disgusting it can be. And this poor woman has to deal with it. This is supposed to be the happiest time in her life, sitting and fighting and competing in the Olympics.
And winning.
And winning, and here it is. And now they were also saying that, what is it, Kalecki? What's her name?
Katie Ledecky.
Katie Ledecky, that she's a man too, people were saying.
That's ridiculous. It's so stupid. However, I do think that it is hilarious that people were saying that Algeria would send a trans woman to the Olympics when it is illegal.
It's illegal.
Trans in Algeria. So yeah, the Americans lost their mind. But did you see the guy that was doing the pole jumping, and he went over the pole, but his dick got caught on it on his way down? And
no.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
Yes.
So wait, it got his weenie caught on the top of the thingamajigamabob?
Yeah, on his way down. And so he wasn't able to compete in the finals, if I'm remembering correctly, because he injured his pee-pee.
No. Did it get ripped off?
It did not get ripped off. However,
oh my God.
So my husband and I were talking about it, and he was like, that guy's stupid. And I was like, okay, maybe we should refrain from calling the Olympic high jumper stupid. But Joe did make a good point. Like, when you're going over something like that, shouldn't you be keeping shit tight? Like, shouldn't you have some tighty whities on or something to keep shit in place? Because he looked like
Yeah.
he was pretty free flowing whenever he was going through that.
Yeah, I would have like a bikini brief on and keeping it all sucked in. I might even go as far as tucking if that was the
Some
case.
speedos or something, like keep things, close to the body. Make
Well, you
sure
would think.
you would think, yes,
I mean,
you would think.
why would you have it free hanging if you know unless you are so like I guess so I mean, look, maybe they are. They're just so confident because they're in the Olympics and they are the best in the world at what they do,
I'm
right?
telling you, now that we've talked about it, it's going to come up on your social media feed nonstop. And all you're going to do is see this dude with his junk getting caught on a bar. And it, as a woman, makes me go like, oh,
No, thank you, Dana. No, thank you. I'd appreciate not seeing that stuff.
it's going to come up. It's going to come up. And whenever it does, you're going to send it to me and be like, fuck you, Dana.
You're an ace. You're an ace. Thank you very much, Dana. Thank you so much for that. Did you also see? I know that you and Danielle had been talking about. I'm pretty sure you and Danielle were talking about the Muffin Man guy. Were you talking about
Muffin Man guy.
the chocolate with the chocolate muffins?
It's not ringing a bell.
Because it happened, I'm pretty sure, while we were with you. Maybe not. It's one of the Olympians who like has a thing for like the chocolate muffins and the
No, that
Olympic.
wasn't me. She must have been talking to somebody else about
Maybe it
that.
was Haley. It was either you
Yeah.
or Haley. But what do you call it? She sent me like this, like a whole bunch of like a thread of him. He keeps making TikToks about the chocolate muffins.
Oh, he just loves the chocolate muffins there.
So much that he's made crazy TikToks about it. And then on top of that, that guy, Jordan the Stallion. Have you seen him on?
Yeah.
Okay, he actually went as far as, since that became a thing, he found out the ingredients for those chocolate
Of course
cupcakes.
he did. I love
and
that
he put
guy.
it out there.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to like him. I guess I think he's funny. I it is what it is.
I love that guy. I do. I really do. I full support behind him. I love him. He cracks me up. I think he's hilarious. And I love that he gives out the ingredients to all of these things. It's my favorite.
So funny. That is hilarious. And then there's the other thing that Alex had showed me yesterday. Well, the other day, I guess, as far as this is when this comes out.
Right.
I don't know if you knew or saw the guy with the gun, the shoot, one of the gun guys at the Olympics.
Yeah. Okay.
Everybody else is coming out with like these like glasses with like all these like special things and like headphones and you know what I mean. I guess headphones to keep the low. This guy comes out like has his hand in his pocket, no headphones on, no special anything. He's like, "Pra, pra, pra," and like dominated.
Oh my God. He's like, I don't need special equipment. Where is he from? Was he American? Where was he?
No, not American. Matter of fact, the Americans did the worst of all of the sharpshooters. Yeah, can you imagine? Oh, don't take our guns. You should be the best and the best.
That's interesting. That
I'm
could send
sorry.
us down a whole new rabbit hole.
I'm just saying. I'm just sipping my
just
coffee
with the tea. You're very Kermit the Frog right now, sipping your tea.
Very much so. That's it. It is what it is. Crazy enough. What do you call it? I definitely also wanted to touch on this because it happened. I found out, and you found out literally right after we had done our show last time. So for those of you who don't know, I was signing at San Diego Comic-Con. And, little known to, I'm pretty sure everybody there, including the San Diego Comic-Con itself. Okay. Apparently there was a trafficking sting. There was a sex trafficking sting that took place at San Diego Comic-Con. Nobody was arrested inside the location. They were not in, they were not in the convention itself when they were arrested, but they were there. It was a sting, and they got about, I believe it was 14 people, and then 10 victims, or one of them 16.
Oh
One of
my
them, a
gosh.
16-year-old girl
That they
that they
rescued.
saved, that they
Oh my
rescued.
God.
Now, I think that's fantastic that they were able to do that. That I mean, I would think that it would be good to let the organizers know kind of what's going on. Especially if there's a safety issue. But it is what it is. I mean, you're talking about hundreds of thousands of people. In
Yeah, and
this, just in San Diego.
I imagine that sex traffickers target large events like Comic-Con all the time, concerts, big events where there's going to be a lot of people where they see dollar signs that they could potentially sell their victims
Right.
to, and it's unfortunate. I don't know what their ethics are when it comes to the police releasing the information about a sting operation. I don't, it's like, who do you trust in that situation? So I don't know that I agree that they should be telling the people that it's happening. Um,
Right.
it's such a huge problem, especially where we are in San Diego, because Mexico is right there. And
Right.
I'm not blaming Mexico. I'm saying that there's a border. So anytime there's a border anywhere, it increases um, sex trafficking and stuff like that because there's a border right there.
Right. That's true.
So
That's true.
that shit, that is crazy. I'm really glad that they got 14 people and were able to save 10 victims. But
Yeah.
sheesh,
Yeah.
that shit is, whew.
It is wild. I just and here's the crazy thing. This was going on, and at the same time, simultaneously, and I don't know if I shared this with you or not, but it
Mhm.
also has to do with that. The San Diego News, but
Mhm.
some old, guy who should not have been at Comic Con to begin with, in my opinion, the way he looked and dressed and acted. He was standing there, and what do you call it, with a badge on, so they let him in. And what do you call it? And this newscaster on the San Diego News was talking about how the security at San Diego Comic Con was no good, and that they weren't doing checks on people like through a they would that they didn't have a metal detector and yada yada yada. So and
Uh-huh.
that what do you call it? And that they were checking the props or whatever, the prop weapons. But okay, now if there's a situation where that's happening, that's not something you put out on the news, where then any jackass who wants to sit there and try to pull something can then try to sneak something in and get past it.
Right. Yeah, he
What?
hears it and he's like, "Oh, this is my in." Yeah, that might have been something they wanted to wait until Monday to discuss.
Right. Like, don't, why would you, at the freaking convention, you're going to sit and say, who does that? Like,
Yeah.
I don't get it. Anyway, just a lot of stupidity. I just don't get. You had another thing that was going on in California that you wanted to talk about. It had to do
Fucking
with some kind of a
California.
doctor.
Fucking California. Yeah. So they had found in an office. So there was a girl, she was going to the bathroom. She set her phone on top of a cabinet. And
Okay.
then after she was done going to the bathroom, she went to retrieve her phone. And whenever she did, she stumbles across a hidden camera taped to the cabinet, pointed directly at the toilet.
Uh, okay.
Yeah.
Um.
So she obviously calls the police and reports this hidden camera, and they do an investigation. It turns out that the doctor that worked at this facility had taped this camera there and was filming his patients, including children, going to the bathroom.
Like, what? First of all, why? Why would anybody want to see that? You know what I mean?
Because
I,
there's
I
a lot of sick fucks out there. And this
yeah.
particular sick fuck wanted to see, I don't know if he
Oh,
got off on the bathroom thing or if he got off on seeing people's genitalia or what it was that he was like really focused on. Doesn't
yeah.
fucking matter. But it reminds me a lot of going to hotels where they have like
Yeah.
double-sided mirrors and or Airbnbs where people are finding hidden cameras in the bathrooms or in the closets or in like it's so easy to hide a camera. You never fucking know
I know.
when somebody is watching you fucking take a dump or get in the shower or like there are like you have to go and check now. Like how fucking scary is that you can't go into a hotel or an Airbnb or a
Yeah.
doctor's office and feel secure that
Crazy.
somebody isn't recording you without your knowledge.
I can't, I can't even, I can't fathom, with, the fact with my wife and my girls,
Yeah.
and I mean, look, you want to look at my schlong, I mean, go ahead, but, for my girls, for my sisters like
Mm-hmm.
Kim, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just, that bothers me tremendously,
It's
that it,
crazy.
because, you know, people just pigs. That's all I can say.
I
That's
know.
all I
I
can
know.
say.
Well, to the point where we have to have things on our phones, like apps on our phones that can help us detect hidden cameras.
Mhm.
That's, I mean, come on, do better, world. Like, do better. That shit is so scary.
You would think that they would do, I don't know. And you would think that they would do a better job hiding them too, some of these people.
Yeah.
Like maybe this guy wanted to get caught. I don't know. He had it taped to something. Like, do you know,
Yeah.
like where exactly it was? Like, where, how to, what we want to, this is what we should do. We should find an expert and figure out how, get them on the show to tell us. We could spend one show on it and have
Uh-huh.
them teach us how to look to make sure that there are no cameras or what do you call it,
Two-way
recording devices, two-way
mirrors.
mirrors. We need to
That's the
get an
finger
expert on
test.
the
You got to do
show.
the fingertip test on the mirrors to make sure it's not a two-way mirror.
The finger test, I don't know about that.
Yeah, so you take
I
your
know this finger
finger.
test. I don't.
That's the wrong finger test. No, so you put your finger up onto the mirror, and if there is a gap in between your finger, like the reflection, if there's a
Okay,
gap, then I believe that that is a real mirror. But if it's a two-way mirror, there will be no gap. It'll look like your fingertips are touching.
interesting.
Yeah,
Very
I believe I
interesting.
got that right. But just in case
Hmm.
anybody out there that's listening to me, Google it and make sure that
Google.
I'm telling you the right way and it's not the opposite.
Hit the googs, and the googs will tell you the things.
Hit up
Um,
that Google.
I think
Google knows all.
I think we should definitely get somebody on. That would be fun. Just to
Yeah.
be like, hey, especially since we travel a lot.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, people, we're gonna figure something out, and we're gonna be traveling a lot more, God willing. Hopefully, we're gonna be able to put together our little dirty little secrets tour. So for
Uh-huh.
those of you out there, who might be interested, let us know. Hit us up on social. Let us know if you'd be interested in where you're located to see the Dirty Little Secrets Club live. Just saying, we might be doing something like that. It's
We're
not
trying.
definitive,
We're
but we'll see what
trying.
happens. Anyway, so while some people are, what do you call it, trying to see the things that they shouldn't be seeing, we have
Mm-hmm.
other people who are willing to show it all for a little bit of money, and then there are people that are willing to take money to make them feel crappy about themselves. So why not talk about a dominatrix who's
I'm sorry.
68?
My hero, I think what you meant to say is Dana's hero, the dominatrix, the
So
68-year-old
so
dominatrix.
she's your hero. Okay. 68-year-old dominatrix. She's charging men about $150 an hour to clean her house. Um wow.
I love
Like,
her.
I, what I see, I don't
I
understand.
love her.
I don't understand this. I mean, I just don't get it. She's apparently not doing so well. I mean, if she's because how many times do you need your house cleaned, in a certain amount of time? You know what I'm saying? Like,
So
you should charge $150 to like lick your foot or
but
whatever.
she does. So, what she said is that the tasks include cleaning her house, which also has a playroom full of toys. She said there's no touching. They're not allowed, oh, they're allowed to worship her feet, but nothing above the ankles. So,
Oh
she
wow.
legit, like, you remember whenever we had Tabitha Stevens on and Tabitha told us
Yes.
that men used to basically pay her to belittle them and make fun of their penis size and do all of that. Do you remember that?
That's right. Tabs did say that.
Yeah, this is
Okay. Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
same
Yeah.
thing. Men are coming to her and they're like, we want this BDSM experience. They basically want her to belittle them and make fun of them. And then she does things like makes them clean her house and they pay her for it.
Well, good for her. I
Yeah.
think it's crazy. I don't understand it. Look, I don't want anybody to say anything bad about my little Winky.
No, but you don't have a belittling kink. See, that's where the difference is. You're like, I don't want anyone fucking telling me that, or trying to embarrass me, which I understand. A lot of people do not want that. However,
Why would
there
you? I don't understand.
that's what makes the world go round is that we don't have to understand it. We know it exists.
We know it
because-
exists because of what we do. We
Yes.
know all the things. We know more than what we
all the things.
probably ever wanted to know. We probably know more than what we ever wanted to know.
Definitely.
Ay,
Definitely.
It's just crazy. Speaking about kinks, we're going to go a little old school. It's not a writer who wrote in. It is another article, another person who I just don't even understand what this person was thinking. However, there was a situation where a guy, I think it was in Ohio, I think it was in Columbus, he went and broke into a pet land, freed all the animals, and was arrested with gerbils in his pants. Now what he was doing with those poor gerbils, I don't know.
The thing is, it started off fine. It started off with almost a hero thing, like, oh, this guy broke into the pet store and he was releasing the animals. And then it turned to he was releasing those animals because he wanted a little treat up his pie hole. That's what it feels like.
That's what it looked like. I mean, look, looking at the gerbils, they're gray, not brown, so I'm shocked. He might have gotten caught before it happened. But he went in and and again, like I understand, like you said, all right, well, free the animals, but that can harm all the animals. As an animal lover yourself, you know that you can't put
but I also know that
animals.
Pet stores are not great. So there's
True. Okay,
there's two sides there.
There are two sides to everything, but at the end of the day, me firsthand, years ago, funny enough, it was Petland. I don't know if it's the same Petland that had owned this.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you call it? I managed Petland,
Right,
and
yeah.
what do you call it? And I literally did that for a few years, and I was amazing to the animals. So good, in fact, that what do you call it? It was one of the best stores in the
I know, but
chain.
that's not the case with all pet stores, and it's not the case on how those animals got there. And I mean, we could go down another whole rabbit hole of all of that.
I totally agree. But if that's the case, take them out and bring them somewhere else. Don't set them free and let them out into the.
In particular probably didn't have all of his marbles, and the reason that I am saying that is for two reasons.
Well,
One,
he broke into famous footwear too.
One, he was found on a bench, like very close to where it was. So I'm assuming that maybe he was an unhoused person, or maybe there was drugs involved or some sort of something. Number two, he was found in a leopard leotard.
Hey, man, look, you can't make fun of what people are wearing. Come on, that's a style.
I'm not making fun. I'm saying that contributes to my conclusion. It gave me context clues that maybe he might not have been all there.
Well, that with gerbils in his pants.
That also contributes.
Listen, to each their own. Enjoy your kinks. Just don't harm other people or animals in the doing.
Leave the animals out of your pants, please. Your sex life. There's no room for living things that cannot consent to be in your sex life.
Like who? Yeah, like who the hell ever thought of sticking a live animal up your derriere? I think
I,
that that's
mm,
absolutely
mm.
bizarre. And the freaking things, I mean, your asshole's so tight, wouldn't it crush
Oh,
the thing to death?
oh my God.
Right?
I can't
And
even
then what do
think
you
about it. That is
and then what do you
horrifying.
do? Like, how do you get it out? You hold the tail while it's going on
Ugh,
the other
ugh,
side.
I can't. I'm not doing great here. This is that's it makes me very sad that this is
Bill.
ever even a thing. Like why?
Listen,
Why?
maybe it wasn't ever a real thing. Maybe people just said it and then it became a thing that people spoke about, but it
It's
never
like an
really happened.
urban legend, but it never
Maybe,
really happened.
maybe.
I think emergency room doctors everywhere would argue that it's true because I've seen some shit from emergency room doctors where they're like,
Uh,
no, please stop sticking things up your ass. We're tired
uh,
of going up your ass to retrieve them.
that's really awful. That's
I
really
know.
awful.
I
Oh
know.
my God.
Could you
So,
imagine? That's what we need to get, along with the person that tells us all of the hotel stuff, like what to look for so that, you're not being watched in a hotel. We need to get an emergency room doctor to come onto the show and tell us the shit that they've seen.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's interesting. Very interesting.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Find one. If you are an emergency room doctor and you would like to join the show, please reach out via email.
Let us know so we can bring you on and have a little talksy.
Would love to have a
Um,
little chat.
little talksy, yes, little chat. Listen. I think that's about it for all the stories we have for this week. Guys, make sure you hit us up on all our social medias. We just posted a video this past week of Dana being Dana, dancing around, and I can't tell you how many people absolutely loved that energy. It's so funny. Everybody's like, oh, she's amazing. She's got great energy. I'm like, you don't even know the half of it.
It was a confidence boost. I'm not even gonna lie. I looked through some of those comments and I was like, "Oh my god, thank you."
It was a good one. There was a lot of comments, so a few hundred there. So it's very appreciated, guys. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. And what do you call it? We also have another one that should be out by the time this launches. I had a San Diego Comic-Con to post before, and now I'm going to post another Dana and Brim escapade, which we hope you guys love. And see the benefits of actually being able to be in the same place at the same
I
time.
know.
And this video I love even more than the one that we just did.
Uh-huh.
So keep that in your eyesights, people. Please make sure you hit us up at It's Dana Pereira at the DLS Club podcast, right? DL Dirty Little Secrets Club, DLSC podcast. Is that how it
Wow.
is?
I think you nailed it. I think you did.
I nailed it. Oh my god! Because it's different on all the platforms.
No, it's all the same across the board.
Oh, it is. Leave me alone, Dana. It's been a long day. So make me look worse. Anyway, and at the Real Brimstone, what do you call it? Make sure you check us out. Like, follow, all that jazz. And also, please make sure you rate, review, subscribe on all the platforms that you can. Dana, you want to let them know the one rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club?
I would. Guys, the first rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club is to tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
And that's about that. We love you. We appreciate you. Mwah. We'll see you again, God willing, next week.
Follow me promised land. You think we want something from you? You got another thing coming.